All right, hello friends, and happy Friday. I'm a little bit late on this, but I genuinely didn't even plan on doing this, but then I realized that, yeah, I want to... What I was trying to say is I want to talk about this. So, let's talk about Prey. Now, this movie just released on Hulu, which I find it very interesting. So first, I want to go over the fact that apparently the whole reason that this was not released in theaters is because of the fact that Disney bought Fox, which then they acquired a bunch of their releases. Prey is one of those releases. And Fox had a deal where things had to go to HBO Max. It's the reason that Free Guy was on HBO Max before it was on Disney Plus, despite it technically being a Disney movie because it's Fox. So if they were to release Prey in theaters, then they would have had to release it on HBO Max first because that's what the contract stipulated. So knowing that, I'm not going to then say anything of how I wanted to see it, wish I could have seen it on the big screen, blah, blah, blah. I already know that's not an option. I don't know. I feel like that's just a point that just keeps coming up is that, I should have seen it in theater. Well, we can't. I'm sorry. The company didn't want their product on someone else's service. It's not really that complicated, and I understand. So in terms of the movie itself, I had somewhat high expectations just because of the fact that everyone has just been talking about how this was the return to form and blah, blah, blah. But I'm always a little trepidatious when it comes to that kind of stuff. Plus my boss he was the one that reviewed the film for us, and he had even told me of like, got some pretty like woke nonsense in it. So that stuff can be disappointing, but I didn't see that. That's been a big complaint is people being like, it's all the woke stuff. And I don't know. I'm not really seeing it. Just because a female is being empowered, that makes it woke. I mean, I don't understand that. And then I've seen a lot of criticisms of like, how could this little girl take down? It's like, what? They explain, they show. It's very realistic. Like, if anything, I would find it like, the Danny Glover aspect in the second one is more unrealistic than this one. So I don't know. I feel like we should be past that as a society of like, this is a girl, she can't take down a big guy. Like, no, that's not how things work. Like, weapons are involved, like strategies involved. She can fucking use her brains, which is what she does. And I really liked that. They did an awesome job with her character. And Amber Midthunder, which by the way, fucking amazing name. That is such a great name. And she's gonna go places. She's a phenomenal actress, and apparently she's been around. I didn't realize that she's been in a bunch of stuff because this was my first experience with her. And yeah, she's awesome. Everyone in the movie does a great job. But the real star is the director, Dan Trachtenberg. Holy shit, this guy just knocked it out of the park. Not only did he provide a very succinct and well-paced story, but goddamn, this is one of the most beautiful films that I've seen in years. Horror or otherwise. He did an absolutely wonderful job with this. It's never like overly CG. It looks really fresh and like original, and it doesn't feel like so many of these sequels. It's just like, been there, done that, seen this before. This just felt fresh, despite the fact that this is the technically 7th Predator movie. Like, it's insane. Just really, really impressive. By the way, I was putting Alien vs. Predator in there. But it's just extremely impressive of how just on top of everything this movie is. It never gets too unbelievable. And I think the biggest thing is how the fuck do you make a Predator movie in 2022 where then you like it's the best the Predator has ever looked? He is such a badass. There were so many times where I was just mouth agape, like in love with the action going on because it was so visceral and perfect. Just perfect. Predator has not been done well in so long. Like, I've always been a defender of the Predator because I just think it's dumb fun. I believe I even talked about it on this channel at one point, but it's not a great movie, but it's dumb fun. And this one really just kind of shows how bad that one is. Just in that we were able to see here of just how good, like what a good Predator movie is supposed to be and what an intimidating Predator character is, because it doesn't, I've always disliked the bulk that came with the Alien versus Predator series. They look like linebackers and they're just too large. And so I like that they kind of scaled things back. And this is like what the Predator has always looked like in my head. So it was awesome to see. And yeah, I don't need to talk a ton about this. I feel like I'm flying through stuff really well. So that's good. Hopefully this doesn't require a ton of me taking on a lot of ums. We'll see though. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed this. It would probably take another rating or another viewing to really establish my rating, but I would probably put it at an 8 out of 10. It's good. Very, very good. Could easily be a 9 out of 10. It's one of those movies that I tell everyone they need to see, which isn't a huge problem because most people are already like, oh yeah, I've heard I need to see it. So it seems to be making its way around, and I think that's one of the most the nicest things about it is that all sorts of people are enjoying it. This isn't just, oh, you got to be a Predator fan, oh, you got to be a horror fan, oh, you got, like, you can, as long as you enjoy good films, then you can definitely enjoy this movie, which I don't think has ever really been the case in all of the entire Predator series, because even I love the first Predator, but it is the ultimate like 80s tough man macho kind of film, which not everyone is into. So this is one that I feel like you can show just about anyone and they would really enjoy it. So you really can't ask for more when it comes to a sequel that a lot of, even when it was announced, a lot of people were dogging it. So they shout out to Dan Trachtenberg and just how much he was able to breathe new life into this series. And I can't wait to see where they go with it. I really hope that, this is going to sound weird, but I really hope that they don't continue, like if they do a Prey 2, I hope it doesn't follow Amber Midthunder's character, because that's, I don't know, it's just never really been what the Predator series was. It's always just been like different people, and maybe this is going to bring about a change where then we're following, maybe we get a trilogy where we're following this one character, which would be interesting. And another thing that I want to actually touch base on is I really actually want to see the Comanche version of this that is apparently available to watch, where they subbed in all the English, because it's implied that all the English that we're hearing is actually Comanche. It's just presented to us in this way, so then there's not subtitles. I'm very interested to see the Comanche version, which is, like I said, already available. You can watch it. At least I'm pretty sure. Guess don't take me at my word on that, because I guess I haven't actually seen that being the case. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed this. Again, 8 out of 10, awesome. But yeah, that's really all. Let me know what you thought of Prey, and yeah, keep an eye on the Joe Blow horror channel, because we've had a lot of very interesting things coming soon on this channel. I'm going to do my wrap up for Fantasia Film Festival. I had planned on doing it last week, but I am being swamped. I don't know why I censored myself there, but I'm swamped with videos. So yeah, another reason why I haven't really been doing stuff on here. But just always assume if there's never videos on this channel, it's because I'm making a ton of videos for Joe Blow. So keep an eye on that channel, because there's a lot of cool stuff happening. Yeah. I will see you in the next video. Hopefully it's about Fantasia Film Festival. But yeah.